Right, let's get started, shall we? While Twitch is still having its set of issues right now, so that's why I'm not streaming on Twitch, um, which really sucks too, because I do want to be on Twitch as much as possible, um, mostly for the financial reason, but at the same time, it's just, you know. Give me 1 second, actually. Let me move the microphone a little bit closer to my mouth so that I can properly do the thing. But okay. Um this bot is not connected to the YouTubes. I should probably reset that. There's so much that I need to do in the way of like make changing things properly for create YouTube shortcut. Close this out. Close this, close this, close this, close this. Please work. Imagine streaming on Twitch. Oh man, dude, I really want to, meme boy. Like, I've been streaming on Twitch for the longest time. I've been thinking about transitioning to YouTube, to be honest. But at the same time, uh, it's like, I'm not too sure about whether or not I want to make a commitment. I do know that YouTube um, has a larger audience for this type of stuff, though. Okay, awesome. I think my bot is online now. Use Restream. I cannot use Restream because I'm a Twitch affiliate, which is the primary reason why I like streaming on Twitch because of the fact that, well, I get paid there and I don't get paid here yet. um, and one of the agreements for the Twitch affiliates is that you literally cannot stream or put the video or the VOD up uh, anywhere else for at least 24 hours, which really sucks. Um, Hold up, I'm gonna go underneath the map so I try not to leak anything. But anyways, also I hate my life. Oof. I don't know. Quarantine's really taking a toll on everyone's mental health. I don't blame you if you have a lot of negative thoughts recently. But anyways, this is gonna be another scripting stream, as per usual. Put 10 hours in a mission on Tropico, almost done. Awesome. Hey, what's up, dude? Hope you're feeling better today as well. Um, but yeah, the game itself is like sort of coming along well. It's just that like there are still some things that are broken. Mainly like the script. In terms of scripting, like most of it is sort of finished. Just done recording a video. Awesome. I think there are just UI stuff that still needs to be fixed and some other things that still needs to be fixed. Um, because friggin' um, we decided to move over to Data Store 2, which is a little bit more reliable as far as we've been told. 6% of the people are like me. Oh shoot. You just gotta rig the election, dude. Just rig the election and then everything will work out properly, you know? Okay, so everything actually seems to be coming along quite nicely. Unless this is the wrong one. This is the wrong one, that's why everything looks so nice. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. Hey, what's up, Sketchy? How are you doing today? That's not the right one. I swear I archived it. Remove from list. Group games. It's this one. I was working on this one before, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Server script service. New stats hand. Literally, where did all the progress that I put in last night go? Huh. That is not great. Literally, where did it go? Oh gosh. You already rigged it. Oof. You're gonna lose 10 hours. Oh, rip. Oh, looks like I might also be at the risk of losing 10 hours of my life because of yesterday. Um, please tell me that like you must restore the game. Was it in this file? Oh my gosh. Data store 2. It was in the file. What the hell? Okay. Uh, publish to Roblox. Update existing game. Fan group. The build. Overwrite. Please. Okay. That's why. Okay. You lost the elections. That's an oof. That's an F in the chat, boys. Oh man. When you lose election. Adobe Premiere didn't save it correctly. Aw, rip. Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of Adobe products. Expensive. They require a lot of RAM, stuff like that. Just a lot of things in general. Tweet price is 10. Oh, is it because I have the Robook Pro? I need to actually check. Yeah. Also, there needs to be something done about the welds. I'm pretty sure if you go over here and delete the camera. Oh, well, your camera just dies, but like that wasn't the point. I'm pretty sure that yeah, the items are still over here, even though they shouldn't be. So I need to weld them properly. But yeah, I would personally recommend DaVinci Resolve. That's what I use for my setup, but and like my stuff. But I'm not sure if it'll be the right fit for everyone. I just personally prefer it over anything else. Because the thing is that it's free. Yeah, yeah. The thing is that it's free and it has pretty much everything you would ever need, like period. Because everyone from everyone from like people who like do make videos as a hobby, like myself, all the way up to like Hollywood professionals use the same software, though they obviously have different skill sets. I am not as good as a Hollywood film editor. um, the only thing is that it takes up a lot of RAM. Even my computer lags when I'm trying to edit and scrub through 1080p footage, which is crazy. That just comes pre-installed. I mean, for very simple editing, yeah, it's like there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so it's in player UI, main UI, stats frame, stats frame, hard drive bar, contents, hard drive, tweet count. Ah, okay. Maximum capacity, blah 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 blah. Hmm. This is probably screwing people over. Okay. Instead of that, why don't we go into here and instead of checking every single time whether or not, let's collapse everything first. Um, Instead of checking every single time for the stats, um, I think the better idea would just be to have what something in here with the stats default table. Wait, why is default table so empty? Or why are the stats so empty, huh? Wait a minute. I swear the player stat holder. What happened to the default table? Huh. Oh, wait, it was freaking collapsed. I'm stupid. It was in there. It was just hidden because it was collapsed. Oh my gosh, actually brain dead. Okay. Um I know. I guess we'll just have a maximum capacity. But the only problem is that this data needs to be passed to the player as well at some point. Um that's fine, I guess. Maximum capacity, we'll put that right underneath. But yeah, this is all being done in my own place right now because of the fact that I have some other people on the team are working on like the other stuff, like the UI and stuff like that, and they don't want me to be bothering that. But eventually, once this is done and they are done, I'm just gonna like freaking like you know how Dragon Ball Z they do the whole fusion thing. That's what we're gonna do. Except that everything is gonna break, and I'm gonna have to fix everything again. um, because that's just how it works. So I think what we could do instead is pass the information to the player through that instead. So instead of having the inventory count, the tweet sync, and the like sync, wherever it is, because it's tweet sync and inventory count. We really don't need those two. So let's comment out these two, and let's just have a local client update event is remote storage remotes dot client update. I'm just gonna call it client update remote event just to make things a little bit more simple on our end. Alrighty, let us continue. So instead of all this stuff, where is it? Where is it? Also, I found the setting to set the thing. I found the setting to set the to make it so it's easier for me to talk and interact with chat without having such a large delay. Because I'm so used to like Twitch being like a very small delay. And I think I turned on the setting on YouTube's end, which is like ultra low latency or whatever they call it, which makes it pretty much the same thing. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so instead of this, we're gonna say client update events fire client. Oh, what the heck did I do? Oh no. Client update event fire client player because it needs a player and user table, which is gonna be the new user table. YouTube has good tweet streaming. Wait, what? YouTube is actually not bad for streaming, honestly. I think the only my biggest issue with YouTube currently is that A, they don't have panels, and B, there's no easy way to monetize, which I think is sort of not great for smaller creators such as myself. Because the thing is just that like, yeah, that's just the main thing. Like, there's no way for people to like really know. And also, it's just that like Twitch has such a like big advantage in general because of the fact that they were early about it. Okay, so that's fixed. So anywhere where they have tweet sync, it's just that like the culture around Twitch, the culture of Twitch and the culture of YouTube is like completely different things. The monetization of the stream, there is an ad. As far as I know, if there are ads playing on the video right now, as you are tuning into the stream, I am not getting paid for that. I know for sure 100% that I'm not getting paid for that because I am not a YouTube, what do they call it? YouTube partner. Twitch is down again. I tried streaming for some reason, it just wasn't taking it. I'm also gonna send a message to Dino Nuggets because I think he might have issues as well. So I'm gonna talk to him because I know that he was having some issues as well. So okay, he just fixed it. Okay. Let me actually send a message to him. And it was broadcasting, so I swapped over to YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna go for a big sleep. Bye. All right, take care, dude. I hope that Adobe doesn't mess up my video again. Oh, at least you saved it, right? I was like, if if your render crashes and you don't have a save, oh, that would suck. Hey, what's up, Electronic? How are you doing today? Yeah, the ultra low latency is like it's still like a couple seconds of delay, which is I guess it's fine, right? It's not that bad. Um, but yeah, I'm working on the data store 2 stuff right now, uh, electronic, and I'm working on making things look a little bit better. So I'm getting rid of stuff like the tweet sync and the inventory counts, um, and I'm replacing it with something different. Simply because it's there's no reason to have so much, and there's no stats anymore. There's no stats folder. Everything is a table now. My life is a table now. Your life is a table. We're all tables now. There's no such thing as an object anymore. Everything is table. All hail the table. But yeah, I'm trying not to mess with the UI stuff. I honestly don't know what Signor is touching. I believe he told me yesterday. Um, UI handlers. Okay, so as long everything else I should be able to touch. I just want to make sure that everything works, sort of. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah, boy. Um, the update leader stats, that stuff, and then at the end of everything, I want to say, um, client update again, event fire clients player user table. Is it called user data? It is called user data in here. Okay. I called with Ignore? No. It's in the scripters chat yesterday. I generally don't really like calling on Discord. I very rarely will ask for a voice chat with someone. Mm, okay. Hard drive likes and tweets. I'm gonna have a new local script here. I'm just gonna call it uh, update client UI. Local RS is game, or actually, yeah, RS is game.replicated storage. I think I might need it later. So local update client event is equal to rs dot update remotes dot update client update. There you go. Same only with close friends. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just an introverted person naturally. That's sort of why I started doing streaming in the first place, is because it gives me a way to I guess it gives me a way to talk to people without having to really talk to people. Doesn't really like how you use RxS. Oh, like abbreviating replicated storage with RS. I guess that's a little bit awkward. I don't know. I just do it out of habit because I know what it's called, but yeah, that's one of the issues of working in a team of scripters. You have to get used to other people's styles. Hey, what's up, Boop? How are you doing today? But yeah, he can't like understand your code. Yeah, like I mean, my formatting is very different from what I guess most people will do, especially when it comes to Roblox scripting, because I'm mostly a Java person. So my just out of habit, I like to make make variables and everything shorter and things like that. So I don't blame them. Okay, and then it gives me a table, so I'll call this would be called user table. Um, so local hard drive display is equal to script.parent.hard drive bar um, dot contents hard drive display dot hard drive dot text is equal to what's the hard drive. Wait, hard drive sync is empty. What the? What? I was like, what type of code am I gonna need to import from here? Literally nothing. What the heck? Why is that there? Okay, okay, we good. Um, have I ever scripted a game? Yeah, I've scripted a couple of games. None of them necessarily anything popular, but right now I'm working on a pretty big project with a team of people. Electronic is one of the other scripters that's on the team, as well as Signor Umbra. Um, and yeah, we're all working together on a simulator game. Is my bot actually up? Up? No, my bot is still like dead. Um, that's a bit awkward. Um, oh, that's probably because my Streamlabs, it's not connected to Streamlabs. But basically, I'm working on a game called RTC Simulator. It's a simulator game of the Roblox Twitter community. Um, we've been working on it since December, though I've only really seriously started working on it a couple months ago. And it's coming along pretty nicely. Uh, I wouldn't consider myself a very, very experienced scripter, but if you have any questions about game design or scripting or anything like that, I can try my best to answer those questions. Um, my YouTube channel primarily so far really doesn't have any scripting style, like scripting tutorial based content per se, but I'm considering starting, and I probably will start a series soon that just goes over everything from start to finish. Um, okay. So, it's temporary tweets, so I need user table, oop, not user settings, user table, I need to look at, but yeah, the game overall looks really nice. Right now we're just working on making it actually work. Okay, let's take this updated stat handler. I don't think we'll need this tweet count thing. Yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with the way that this with the way that the game is coming along, um, especially since the fact that honestly most of the time I do not get my projects done. I'm the type of person that starts on a project and never finishes. So having a team that like constantly tells you like, hey, you need to be working on this, you need to be doing this, actually really helps me personally. User table stats, maximum capacity. I'd probably ask you, but I need a better computer. So, oh, are you talking about? I don't know. I guess a lot of people have that issue as well. Honestly, like, um, starting a project and then not finishing it because you don't have that external pressure. It's very very common. I wouldn't say that it's something that only I experience. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of other people actually experience it. Um, okay, so I don't want this tweet count to be enabled, so I'm gonna disable it. So this hard drive thing is gonna be, so that pretty much handles that. Um, inventory full on client event. I'm gonna put this over here. And then inventory full is this thing. By the way, electronic, how's the area boost thing coming along? Because I still have a lot of like leftover like chicken wing code that you have in here that isn't necessarily being used. So I'm not sure how you want to handle that. I'm gonna disable that. I'm just gonna make everything into one place. That would just make things a lot easier. So local likes display is equal to. I only have few. I only have people that are begging for free stuff. Hey, I mean that's sometimes that's just what happens, you know. Likes display dot likes dot text is equal to user table likes. So that's just gonna be that. Nope. And tweets. Local tweets display is script parent tweets contents, and tweets display dot tweets dot text is equal to user table tweets. Awesome. So I think everything should work properly. Hey, what's up, Ace? How are you doing today? Row Aviation 2020, yeah. But yeah, I'm just working on the game. Okay, so everything actually can be just straight up like disabled now because um, we really don't need it. This one script is gonna handle literally everything, I guess. And I actually like it that way. Okay, let's give it a try and hope nothing breaks anymore. But things are probably still gonna break. Let's enable all the UI. Actually, I'm not sure if I should enable all the UI. Whatever, enable all the UI. Good. What part of the game am I working on? Um, right now, I am working on trying to make it so the game actually functions. Um, we're migrating over to Data Store 2, which is apparently more reliable than just using regular data stores by yourself. And so pretty much everything on the back end, everything from like clicking to how the player loads in, um, how the UI looks. Like currently the UI is broken, obviously. But everything that like changes numbers or anything like that is pretty much broken. Literally everything, saving, clicking, pets, everything. So I'm just working on making things not break again. So, and very clearly things are still breaking. So let's see. Update client UI line 7. Line 7 is this one. Concatenate string with nil. Okay. User table. Why is something is nil? Concatenate string with nil. This user table should be getting the information it needs, right? Because this table is just that. Client update event. Fire user table. Yeah, everything should be correct. I don't know, let's say print user table. And then let's just disable everything for now. And then let's see if it prints something. I swear if Adobe messes this up again, I'll be IDK. Yeah. Okay, so the table exists, right? The table is there. It exists. It's not printing out nil. So now I need to figure out what part of it is nil. Maybe stats? Maybe stats. Unless I have a typo somewhere. Stats, right? And then maximum capacity? Everything should be proper. Working on the quest and voiceover? Awesome. Let's see if this breaks. This is pretty much my life now, just testing to see if things break. Okay, so that works too. So that means that the stats exists. Is it the temp tweets? Is temp tweets the one that's breaking it? 0, okay, that's fine. Is it because I need to maximum capacity? I swear, something is breaking this. I do not know what. There it is, maximum capacity. That's what is nil. Okay. I got it. Okay. The maximum capacity is nil. Why? Why is maximum capacity nil? That's a good question. Because it exists. I really don't know why it is nil. But we know that temp tweets exist. I'm guessing maximum capacity just hasn't updated for me. Like, let's do like let's just go down here, right? And let's just make like a quick thing. So like we can say for key value in pairs in user data, do if not value or type value equal to table. If it's not a table, then print key with value key, right? So that wraps the key and that wraps the value. Otherwise, for all or for key to value 2 in pairs value, we're just printing everything. Just try to print everything with value. Technically, this might not print everything, but it prints most of the stuff. It should print most of the stuff at least. It didn't print anything. Why is that? Oh, bad argument got number. Table expected got number. Is that not how you check to make sure something is a table in Lua? Lua check if table. Check type. Oh, I don't think I wrap it in anything. Nope, table expected got number. Okay, still stuff is still breaking. Everything is broken. No, it should be correct. If not, I don't know. What if we flip this? So instead of that, then we put it here, and instead of putting this here. So if type of value is equal to table, otherwise do that. Please let me do the thing. Line 193. Attempt to concatenate string with table. Ah, okay. I guess I need to wrap everything in a toString. Just so things don't break. Might as well. What kind of bothers me though is that toString is a function in Lua, but for some reason it doesn't get highlighted in Roblox, which makes me uncomfortable to use it every single time. Alright, let's hope this works. Okay. A key, so likes, tweets, pets, followers, unlocks, stats. And that's apparently line 193. I just thought of a genius way to do this. Or, not really genius, but a better way to do this. Oh, yeah, just toggle something to be a comment. I think I might have broken something. Nope, I'm fine. Okay, collapse all folds. Let's say local function prints all in table. Or prints table. Table to search. Or table to print. For I, V in pairs, table to print. Do if V, or if the type of value is a table, then you literally run the same thing. So print table V. Uh, Otherwise, uh, you print um, key to string I with a value of string b. Okay, so this will run forever until there is no more uh, until there is no more non-strings. So I think I can just put that in and then just watch and then just like have it unwrap. Where did I or how did I learn to script? I learned to script primarily from watching very bad YouTube tutorials and then saying screw it and just going on the wiki. Um, I I think the main thing that really helped me learn like how to properly script things is just doing something. Um, and I think a lot of people seem to get stuck on that step, where they say like, oh, I'll just get good at scripting and then I'll do the thing. 100 subs because of that video. Awesome! Congratulations, dude. I'm so happy for you. Okay, yeah, my data store is kind of effed up. Is there any way that I can just like reset this? Data store to resetting data. You don't delete the old data, you just don't load it. Okay. That's a good solution. You gotta go, man. See ya. All right. Take care, dude. Thank you so much for stopping by, Boop. Yeah, no problem, dude. I appreciate it. And honestly, I'm genuinely concerned, especially because of like the entire situation about like the coronavirus and everything. And it seems like just in general, like even people who are generally um even people who are like generally like very happy and positive are feeling some sort of effect to it. It's not like haha I'm an introvert. I don't like to leave the house very often. I'm fine during the coronavirus. It's like everyone is getting affected in some way, shape, or form, you know? It's not just like just because you don't like going outside doesn't mean that you are safe from feeling the effects of it. It's very strange because it's like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just it's different. It's different. Um I need to go into server storage, save in studio and disable that. Oh, but I think it still loads it. Yeah, it still loads it. Dang. Okay. Well, if you're talking about me, that's the new video about okay. Yeah. Um to be honest, I really haven't been catching up on too many of the videos. Um oh, I think I have an idea. Um I think I have an idea. Um I'll just make a module script that just saves the default holder for me. So I'll just copy this. Yep. Okay. Um, this is gonna be an absolute mess, but let's hope this works. I kind of hope it does. I need to go into here, and I need to say, uh, game.server storage or not server script service dot player stat holder dot set table uh, game.players dot ninja master 999. So that's the player reference, and then this big mess. Oh, set table is not a valid member of module script. Player stat holder is not. Ah, okay. I know that you had a part 2 and stuff like that though, so I need to go take a look at those. How is this not server script service? Yes, player stat holder set table. Strange. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly write something in here then. I think there's a better way to just override it in here then. If I can't override it with the console, I'll override it myself. Can't tell me what to do. I'm an independent person. No, but like seriously. Data set default table. So that should just that should just straight up like overwrite all my data. Part 2 sucks. Okay. So now save player stats. Dope. Okay, so I think it just reset literally everything for me. Which is a-okay. So let's try doing this again. Oh, this is what I hate about Roblox. The fact that if you comment something and then you try to uncomment it, sometimes it just doesn't it just doesn't do it properly. Oh man. Okay. I think it'll work now. Please don't tell me that it's still nil. Dope. Okay. Yeah, it works. Max capacity. It works. Okay. Awesome. So let's do a couple of things. Okay. Clearly is... Hold up. I don't need that anymore because I know that's the issue. Are we still using data store 1 at the moment? Currently, yes, but I wouldn't recommend you to use data store 1 anymore, because you're gonna have to change it. Because right now my data store 2 is pretty much done. Like, pretty much everything is ready. I'm just waiting for Signor to give me the signal to like, get it, signal. Okay, never mind. To give me the signal to actually like import it. Yeah. But like I'm trying to fix all the bugs and stuff like that because there's a lot of UI stuff that like uses like the stats folder and everything, and all of that is just gone. Like literally everything is gone. Okay, so for some reason the temporary tweets is not going through properly. Like okay, client update event user table. Is it because temp tweets is stats stuff? Ah, okay. There's a really weird thing where the temporary tweets doesn't get updated because I think it's being set as a value. It's super dumb, but so basically I can't use this as a variable. Can't use this as a variable because it saves the value and not the reference. It's super dumb. I wish there was a way to reference it instead of doing this stupid thing every single time, but it's whatever. Technically, I could say local stats is equal to user table stats. That would make it a little bit more bearable, so I don't have to do this part. So I could say just stats. But it really doesn't help me like in that much. You can only get as far as the reference. You cannot touch the value, which I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do this that is better that I'm not sure about. But stats, temp tweets, stats, temp tweets, and there you go. So now everything should save properly, and the temporary tweets should be accurate. That's good because I never really understood values as much as I understand tables. I don't know. I feel like I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from like from just like the beginning to now. Especially when it comes to making efficient scripting. Okay, so I think the synchronizing works. I should really make my own utility module script. I have no idea why I haven't done that yet. Because some of these modules or some of these functions are actually very, very useful. I'll probably do that at some point, move it all into a module script and then just put it somewhere. Um, I mean, like some of these are actually quite useful. There was a workaround that I had to do because of I can't remember what it was because of, but I had to make a function called search in table. Why did I need to use search in table? Ah, because I need to find So in the unlocks, right? The unlocks is a table. Unlocks is a table that stores strings. The only problem is that well, the key is an index, it's a number, and the value is the string, but I want to find if if it is in the table. There's no way to do that unless I change everything into the new format, which would kind of suck. So I had to do that workaround. I'm not sure if people or I'm not sure if Signor is gonna like that, but I mean, it works for me. So using values, even though it's easy, no, you wouldn't believe. So like a lot of people like the thing about values is that they're easy to understand. A lot of people still use values, particularly those who aren't as experienced. I only stopped using I only started using tables and dictionaries because, well, it's ego moose. That's the thing. You can't look at people like Ego Moose and Crazy Man 32 and say that that is the normal scripter on Roblox because it isn't. That'd be crazy to compare someone like Ego Moose to your average dev form scripter. It's just that's just not how it works. Also, there's always play button line 32 or line 25. Hmm. Uh, I want a. I need a module script in replicated storage that can set values, or that can get values but not set values. Which really pisses me off because I have a script in server script service that lets me get and set values, get and set the table, but it's not gonna work. Because the issue is just that, well, if I let the client set values, then we're gonna have problems. So let's just put it that way. Um, but actually, now that I think about it, because this is a remote event. Yo, that's a remote event. That ain't a remote function. Oh shoot, I have stuff falling behind me. That's a remote event. I could say, oh, I don't want to do this though. Ah, I feel like this is just so lazy. But, uh, update client event dots on client event connect function or user table local. Okay, so it's gonna be a local variable now. So local first time is equal to false. First time is equal to user table, not udim2. What the heck? User table. I think it's. I can never remember my own table, dude. um, that's first time. Okay. Uh, stats first time. Never trust the client. Yeah. You're not the only one that doesn't completely understand C-frames. Like, oh, did you see that meme? Dude, this meme describes me so well. I don't know if I can find it. It's on Ego Moose's Twitter. I saw it the other day. Absolutely hilarious, and also, dude, it's like, oh my gosh. No, you can't just randomly guess the order of C-frame constructors and use methods by trial and error to get the end result you're looking for. And then everyone's just like, haha, C-frame goes spin, spin. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like how the bot literally doesn't care. Wait, the bot is broken, lol. Wait, let me see the bot. I forgot I had the bot on for this. Okay. Caps protection, I don't care. Symbol protection, don't care. Okay. I forgot that I had the bot on. Lol. Okay. C-frame goes spin, spin. That's how it works, you know? C-frame goes spin, spin. Who cares about actually knowing about C-frames? when you can just type in random numbers and then hope it works. Oh man. Coomer. Feels bad, man. Being called a Coomer. I don't know. I'm planning to start a second channel at some point. What's up, Big Daddy Sim? Oh man, I need to start up a second channel because I don't know. I feel like this one I might dedicate full time to like gaming related or like at least like scripting related stuff. I'm not too sure yet though, because I still like, the thing is that no one, I feel like most people on Roblox don't give a damn about politics. So I should probably start up something new. First time, okay. So that should pop up the UI now. Do it at 10K. I'm not too sure. Not sure if I'll even make it to 10K. Okay. And someone broke the UI. Wonderful. Well, I'll leave it to someone else to do that. That's not my job. All right. Client side fixes. Added main client control local script. Well, yeah. How are you doing today, Mike? I only care about the C-frame spinning correctly. Hey, what's up, Ben? Alright, so the clients make sure that, where is it? It's in the stats frame, right? Yeah, for making sure that that the values are synced between the client and server, located in stats frame. And then I also modified play button, which is just inside. I think that's just in, where is that? Play screen, right? Play screen dot play button. I need to make sure that I like write down everything so then I don't like accidentally screw something up later on. There's still so much UI stuff that I'm gonna that like I'm missing though. Like everything is still kind of broken-ish. I know that. Oh, hmm. Oh, now it's gonna be annoying because it's like I'm gonna have the friggin' UI screen, or I'm gonna have the UI popping up all the time. I'm gonna disable the friggin' tutorial UI right now, so I don't have to deal with it. What is it? Is it the pop-up? Yeah, it's the pop-up. Okay. I'll just say pop-up tutorial UI might be broken. Ask someone else to fix it. Lol. Alrighty, let us continue. I'm pretty sure this stuff still works. Cause this is all like separate things that don't really matter. I'm not sure about the shops. Let's check if the shops work. Stats is not a valid member of player. Oh, okay, the click script. If player.character find first child, okay, that's probably why. Oh gosh. That's the broken... Where is that located though? Oh, that's in the stats handler, isn't it though? Or that's in the load shop items. Item template. Oh. Yeah, that's in the click script. I'm not sure if I don't think Signor is messing with that. No. This item stuff is still my stuff. I just don't know whether or not if Signor wants me to touch this. Oh yeah, they're on right now. Do you mind if I mess with the local script for the buttons, or are you working on that too? Because I need to make sure before I like mess something up, or like I do work that I do work that isn't necessary. But overall, I think pretty much everything worked. Oh, I haven't tried out the other stuff. But yeah, hopefully by tonight we'll be able to import data stores too. Awesome. This stuff still works properly. I'm happy. I'm happy that not everything broke. Oh gosh. Um Oh, I'm pretty sure this. Oh yeah, the full UI is still broken and the touch script is still broken. Okay, we got some more stuff to mess with. Cool. Um, DB is that stuff. No, it's not that stuff anymore, my dude. This is a script. I can use server script services, right? Hopefully. Can I? Let's see. Local user table is equal to game server storage or server script service dot or require. Oh, I'm gonna have to put a require on this thing. Local player stat holder is equal to game server script service dot player stat holder, and then you slap a require on it. You ever just slap a require on a module script? I do want to mess around with more module scripts though. I want to make a freaking game framework. I feel like module scripts and object-oriented programming is like actually like some of the most interesting stuff that you could do with Roblox Lua. Also, I misspelled player. Lol. And instead of finding a debounce like that, we do player stat holder. Wait a minute. This cell debounce. It isn't in there. Huh. Now that okay, yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Cause the thing is that the player debounces aren't in there. What else could I do? Bindable function, maybe? Do I want to do a bindable function? That would make it easier for the updated stat handler to do everything. Bindable function. Or bindable event rather, and I'll call it cell event. So instead of all this stuff, literally instead of all this stuff, then I say scripts.parent touched event, and then if it's a humanoid, then I want to say script.parents.parents.cell event. Do I need to go one more parent? Cell event fire, and I want to send the so the player is going to be the game players get, what is it? Get player from character. Hit.parent player and false. So the first variable is going to be the player, and the second variable is going to be whether or not it's two times the thing. This, I might change this eventually to an integer instead, or a number value. I think that might be better right now. So the first value is the player. The second variable is the multiplier. So instead of doing all that stuff over there, now we're gonna say game.workspace.cellEvent event connect. So now we can do it in here instead. I like the comment I made for myself yesterday. Screw it, redoing the whole shop functions complete with item dictionary because screw objects, I guess, /shrug. I'm actually freaking an emo. Oh, I can change this now. Dope. Get rid of messy object storing code. Yes. Yes, please. User table stats max capacity. I think it's called max capacity. Please let it be called max capacity. Maximum capacity, because I hate myself. I can never remember my own damn stat names. What is wrong with me? Oh my gosh. Okay. So now I have a built-in function in here, which makes it a lot easier. So db value, right? Wait, no. So is dbounce up. So if is dbounce up, and also this takes in the player and takes in the multiplier. I always lowercase player. I don't know. I feel like Signor is gonna get mad at me for that, but like, come on, just do lowercase player. Nothing wrong with that. Is dbounce up, and it takes the player variable. Dbounce name. What is the dbounce name? Cell dbounce. Cell dbounce. Then. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to get rid of that other parentheses. So if cell dbounce up is, yeah. Print. What was that? Print player colon player dot name is allowed to sell. And then I'm gonna say local user table is equal to players data get table default table. So user table, I want the likes to be equal to the, well, likes plus user table, what is it, temp tweets? Times user table. Oh wait, no, this is additive plus user table. I believe it is additive. I need to look in the graveyard because I'd already deleted the script for the other one. Publish x2 cell touch script. Okay, dope. Leader stats temp tweets. Likes is temp tweets times 2. So, but yeah, this is the general formula. I think. It's gonna be the likes plus the temp tweets multiplied. It's the value of the oh gosh, this is so complicated. Cause the multiplier needs to be 0, or it needs to add 0 at 1. Tweet multiplier. Or no, this is the likes multiplier. Whoops. Likes multiplier. -1. So, if this is 1, which it is by default, this would be 0, which doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm just... oh, wait. I can just do this. User table. Ooh, okay, whoop. User table temp tweets times. So this is multiplying that now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So it's the temporary tweets plus whatever the additional is, which is this times the multiplier -1. So if this is 0, then the additional. So the formula is basically temporary tweets plus additional tweets, which is a multiplier of likes multiplier, which considers the multiplier of likes multiplier. Okay, so that's fine. And then I want to set the user table, the temp tweets, to 0. And then I'll add a to-do here, add follower thingy /shrug. I love /shrug. I don't know. It's my favorite emote on Discord. Absolutely amazing. I think that's pretty much all the functionality that the old one needed. And then it's like check to see inventory count and like sync. Yeah, there's no need for that now. It's just clients update events dot or fire client player user table, and then I also need to do data set user table. So it sets a user table and then fires it to the client, and I'm pretty sure that works. Hopefully. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna rename this script just so I know where it is. So let's show an explorer. I can call this updated cell script. And I'm gonna be right back because I need to go take care of something. going under, but I know that I'll make it out alive. Okay, enough with the karaoke. Everything else is properly done, I think. All right, so I have. Let's fill up this. Okay, and then let's multiplier on nil. What is nil? Let's see what is nil. Likes multiplier should. Forgot to put stats. Forgot to put stats. We getting stats, dude. User table. Stats. I think temp tweets is a stats. This is a stats. This is a stats. This is a stats. User table should only be that. Okay. Dope. And I think it works. Let's give it a try. Well, a second try. So I have 60 right now, so I'm gonna say, let's get 10. So I should have 70, 79. Why do I have 79? 1. Oh, for some reason it's taking away my likes. What the heck? Oh, that's not good. Why is it taking it away one by one? I'm not too sure. The temp tweets, which is 0, plus oh, it's probably because this isn't it's not respecting the order of operations. It should be the stats multiplier minus 1 and not multiply this together and then subtract 1, which is probably why it's taking away my likes. Why it taking away my likes? I just wanted to like me. Okay, I should have 90. Yep, and it shouldn't take away my likes anymore. Good. So 90 and 80. Let's see if it saves. I don't know, the saving is a bit awkward. And it just sort of, I don't know, it glitches out. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure because I'm in studio and it's bind to close and it also calls when leaving. 90 and 80, so it does save properly. I need to keep an eye out for that though. But I'm pretty sure it should be fine electronic now. But yeah, this actually works pretty well. So it's that. And then I also want this to multiply by the multiplier. So this is the internal stuff, right? So I want this to also... Yeah, okay, so I want this to be completely contained within itself. So it's gonna multiply the stats first, multiply the stats, the likes multiplier, subtract 1, then multiply it into temp tweets to get a multiplier value. Add that to temp tweets, and then multiply. So the best multiplier is the zone multiplier, and the worst one is the likes multiplier, I think. So I think it's actually, in this case, because this is before everything, and then this is after everything. But this is actually, I think this is much more easier. I mean, like, the script looks a lot more clean, doesn't it? Honestly, super dope though. Yeah, I'm super happy for that. Cool. Um, what else do we do next? So selling is finished. Let's add that to the. Let's see. Let's put that into the updated stat handler. Um, server side changes. Added new server bindable event in workspace. Added or changed selling script to be handled in updated stat handler instead of in the part itself. Made the debounce more functional than before. So all this is actually pretty much the same thing. But yeah, okay. So that works. Now I need to figure out what, or wait, maybe it's ignore responded. I don't mind. Okay, dope. Load shop items, click script. Okay. Okay. You know what? We're putting this as a we're making a new module because I'm gonna need it again. So I'm gonna say check, or I'm just gonna call it general utilities. General utilities script by Mac. General utilities and general utilities. Dope. And then I'm just gonna move some of this over. Change this from a local to a global, so general utilities dot function general utilities. Can I spell? Utilities dot print table. Dope. And I think it's just self dot unknown global self. Can I just do that instead? That might work. The way I understand module scripts is that, sorry, I'm like drinking bubble tea on the side, which is why the chewing is happening. But the way that I understand module scripts is that they're sort of like classes, but at the same time they're more of just sort of tables than anything else. Which is why I need to do that. So I think this isn't gonna work. I mean, that's fine. And then I'm just gonna delete this from here. And I'm gonna say local general utilities require script or rs.modules.general utilities, right? And then print table, well, we don't need that anymore. And search in table is going to be general utilities dot search in table. And then that offers a reference, so I don't need to do much there. Because I need the search in table thing for a different place. Mainly this, not updated stat handler for its click script. And I'm gonna need to say local general utilities is game replicated storage modules general utilities. And I'm gonna slap a require on that because obviously that's how module scripts work. So instead of stats unlocks find first child script parent name, we're gonna say oh, this is so dumb, but it's gonna be like general utilities search in table, and then I need the value, which is, or is it table then value, right? So the table is gonna be the table is gonna be the player's user inventory. Which means that I'm also gonna have to say local client update is equal to game replicated storage remotes dot client update, and then just say client update dot on client event connect function player user table, and I'll just say user table is equal, or yeah, player table is equal to user table, and then I'll make this local within the scripts. So now I have that, so it's gonna be instead of stats unlocks, it's gonna be general utilities search in table. The table that's gonna search is gonna be the player table unlocks, I think, in here. Like I said, I can never remember my own damn tables. Okay. Unlocks, right? Unlocks, yeah. Search in table unlocks, and the value is going to be script parent name. So whether this is true, whether they have it on them or they have it in the table, then unequip, equip. And I don't think there's anything else related to stats in here, so I think we should be golden. So let's give the thing a try, the shop, and try clicking on a couple of things. Robux shop is not a player of... Not my stuff. Not my responsibility. Interesting. It works, but once I click on something that that I do have equipped, everything else breaks. Is it because it's not... Airtable, script unlock. Okay. Like, it works, but then this just becomes permanently true. I don't understand why, though. Script parent name is not the same every single time. Print that, and print that. Something isn't changing it, which is weird. Main module initiate plugin. I'm guessing that's a plugin thing because of the name. Okay, so attempt to index nil with unlocks. Player table. Why is player table nil? Why is player table nil? That's weird. Sorry, Mac, I was getting some food. No problems, dude. Why is that nil? Client update should be called as soon as the player loads in. That shouldn't be the case. Player table. There's something iffy about this. Why is this not working? It should be working fine. Nil. Wait, why is the first one nil too now? Oh, well, yeah, it doesn't exist. That's fine. Hmm. Why is this nil all of a sudden? It wasn't nil before. I think I just need a better way of calling that. Is there a way to know where the module script is getting called from? If that's the case, then I can do this. Roblox module script check if called by server or local script. Currently, it's practically impossible to have a module that is used both by the differentiate the two and play solo. Okay. I might be able to do this. So set table is if game get service run service is server, then end. Is that a thing? Run service? Let's see. Run service? Can I spell? Run service. Run service, not run service run, but just run. Modules does? Modules, think of modules as basically tables, is the best way that I can explain it, basically. So you're putting it in a place, like it's easier if you understand tables. So basically you're putting a lot of information into a container that you can get from. So like let's say that you have a function that you need to run a lot of times, right, in different places. Like let's say that you have one script and another script that need to do one thing, right? Technically what you could do is you could just copy and paste the code, right? Because the code would just run, right? If you just copy and paste the code on both of the scripts, they will run. But that is generally something that you want to avoid because, well, when you're doing that, you're just making the size of the program bigger. When you only need to write it down once. Basically, module scripts are there because it's not a good idea to write things and copy and paste things if you only need to if it happens in the same way. So basically use both of these scripts. Instead of just copy pasting the code there and having it run there, they say, hey, that container over there, I know it has something in it that I need. Give me a copy of that container. And then the server will say, okay, I'll give you this copy of this container. And then inside the container is all of this code. And you can say, hey, in this container, I need that code. Um, so basically, it's just a place to hold all of the code that you might need to use more than one time, or in different places, rather. Is client is server. Oh, cool. Okay, that works. So this will technically, hopefully, this will only be able to be ran when it's the server side. But that means I need to move the player stat holder to the server. Um, Replicated storage modules. Hopefully, this will not allow people to just straight up exploit the hell out of the game. Um, I don't know if there's a way to spoof it. I really hope there isn't, because this is a weak layer of security if that's the case. Is server environment is running on the server. I really hope that, yeah. I don't know. I'm not the best at explaining things like that, but that's like the easiest way that I can explain it. It's basically just a container to hold more code that you might need to use again. So instead of that, it's player stat holder. Where is player stat holder referenced? Player stat holder is not going to be in server script service anymore. It's going to be in rs dot modules, I think. Yeah, probably modules. I'm not sure if any other script requires it. Did I add anything new, any other new script other than player stat holder? No. Okay. Yeah, yeah, this is a really iffy way to do it. So I'm glad that there's a better way to do it now. So local player stat holder is equal to require game replicated storage modules player stat holder. Local table is player stat holder dot get table. And I need the player, and local player is game.players.local player. So this hopefully shouldn't be nil, and this player table should work. So let's print player table here to make sure that it works. I'm really worried about this layer of security. I just don't trust it, but like, I mean, like, it's not that terrible either. I hope that it knows when it's the player and when it's the client. Oh, what? Wait. Uh, Data store 2 is not a valid member of server script service. Data store 2 is not a valid member of server script service. What? Oh, because it's being ran on the client side now. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Really isn't much to do with the game. Replicated script service? It seems interesting. Maybe there's a use case for that right here. Because the thing is that I need the player to be able to get the data store, but yeah, replicated script service. I need the player to be able to get the table, but this module script requires the server script service data store 2, unless I move the data store 2 to replicated storage. I didn't see your post. I know that you made a post about it on Twitter. I didn't actually see what you said. That's the thing. Um, in terms of, I have some plans for the game. Uh, I just need some. I just need time to like actually make it like make it done. It's a container that executes both scripts and local scripts executed inside of it. That's interesting. Yeah, how would I don't know. Is it safe to put I don't think it's safe to put data store 2 on there. Maybe I'll just move it back. But I kind of yeah, no, because this will never be able to be this will never be able to get uh this will never be able to be done on a client side because of the fact that it requires data store 2, which is on the server side only. So I'm gonna move this back. There's no point in doing so. Okay, so player stat holder, you are moving back to server script service. And pet stat handler, you are gonna say instead of RS modules, this is games server script service. So there's no point either way. I think I'm just gonna have it. I'm just gonna have a remote event trigger it then. So, player table, this doesn't work. Local player table is equal to. So I'm just gonna have a remote function, a remote function. Functions, and I'll call it retrieve player table. So this is only a get, not a set. My biggest issue with putting the module script inside replicated storage is that it was a get and a set. So you could literally set values if so I had to put some, oh no, not data store 2. I had to put a failsafe or like something protecting here to make sure that it's running inside the server, and I'm probably gonna keep this here just in case something bad happens. But yeah, click script. Okay, so I'm gonna say local retrieve table is equal to, or player table is equal to game replicated storage functions retrieve player table fire server. Oh no, invoke server. Whoops, invoke server. And then this will return something. So print player table, and then I'll do it right here. So this is the end of the pet functions. I'll just call this miscellaneous functions. Function, or I need to put this up here. Studio Synapzen, yes, indeed. Local retrieve player table is equal to rs functions retrieve player table. Retrieve player table dot on server invoke is a function with the player. Return what is it? Player stat handler, which I need to define now. Or actually, I'll just say local user table is equal to data get table player. Oh, and not default table. I'm messing up my module scripts. I'm combining them together. And actually, I can just return this. Return data get table default table. So this will get the table, or replace with default table and return it to there. And this should work now, hopefully. I don't know. In terms of actual other game stuff, right? Let's just go over. Let's just talk a little bit about that now, because the game is largely finished. I think my plan for the game is that I want to make it so it's less effective. The game is less effective when you're AFK auto clicking. But instead of, there are two ways to go about it, right? One is the very, very like blunt approach, which I disagree should be used, which I don't think I will go with, and I don't think we should encourage. So, one of the main issues right now that I believe is that the game is too easily played by using a macro slash back to the school part auto clicker, which makes sense, right? Like that's gonna be something that happens every single time because it's a simulator. So solution A is the solution that I don't want to go with, is just add a cooldown system where if you're selling too quickly, your multiplier temporarily goes down. And the reason why not is because this is just punishing people, which really, really sucks. I don't want to punish people for playing the game, or playing the game in a way that I don't like. And there's actually a very, very good article, and if you look across the internet in a lot of psychological journals and a lot of just like articles and stuff like that, they will tell you that punishment is bad, like negative punishment. It's not really against Welsh rules. It's not against Welsh rules. I just hate it because it goes against my vision for the game, which is that I want to be promoting active gameplay. I do not want to be promoting passive gameplay. I do not want people to be just jumping up and down, holding down their spacebar and having an auto clicker on. That doesn't sound like fun, honestly. So there are two ways that we can fix that issue, or we can go about fixing that issue. The first one is just punishing people for doing that, which would make people mad, and it doesn't make sense. Yeah, what's up? Never mind. All right, but the solution that I want to go with is that I want to reward players who play actively, which is positive reinforcement, right? And you can see this in a lot of games that do simulators well. Like you could talk about Bee Swarm Simulator, right? So Bee Swarm Simulator, it's like, yeah, you can AFK, but you won't be getting the most honey, right? So they're not saying that you can't, but you just won't be playing well, right? You just won't be getting the most amount out of it. So what are some ideas that we can come up with this? I've been thinking about this for a while now. I could say, I've been thinking about the idea of bots for a while. So like, in-game NPCs that generate currency on a timer. So basically, like every 15 minutes, you can go to this zone and talk to this bot, and you would get some currency or something like that. You could also talk about. I've been also thinking about just like sort of the idea of trends. I actually really, really like this one. So instead of having permanent area bonuses, we could say like make a giant friggin' beam of light when that happens. So I'm just gonna delete this entire thing so I have more space. But I mean, I could have extended the canvas. But let's talk about my idea of trends. So there are temporary huge boosts uh, in a small area. So like every X seconds or minutes, whatever, some area in a zone, so not the entire zone, but just a section inside the zone will become, I don't know trending. Uh, Meaning you get bonuses for tweeting in that area. I think that way we can make it so people are excited to be playing the game actively. It doesn't mean that people can't hold down the spacebar and just use an auto clicker, but it just means that if you have a lot of things to do in game where you have to be there, yeah, like gumdrops and like the fireflies and like the other stuff, right? Like, we don't want to punish people for playing the game by AFKing, but we want to make it so it's fun for people to play actively. You have great ideas. I don't know, like this is just all like game design stuff, and I'm actually pretty freaking excited to see like how exactly I'm gonna be able to implement it properly in game. But yeah, I think now we're at the point where we can start thinking about other stuff. Um, we can start thinking about how to make the game fun because the game is done, right? And I'm really freaking excited to be working on the rebirth system. And I really want to make the rebirth system something fancy and something different from what most people will do. The only problem that I see with the rebirth system is that it would it would be it would either be too complicated for younger people or it would be too simplified for older people, which is sort of iffy. But I think my workaround for that is that I'm gonna have a system where when you rebirth, uh, you have the option to have the game choose something for you or choose something yourself. Um, but yeah, quests are a pain. Yeah, from what I've seen, it seems like a pretty big issue. But okay, I think it seems like the other things, the shops are properly working now, so I'm excited about that. It seems like most of the stuff is fixed. Let's add that to the stat handler, to the updated stat handler. Change some code to the buttons to make it work for the player. To make it work. Okay, so the main issue before was that it wasn't changing colors. Now it's changing colors. I know that the UI is being redesigned, which is awesome. The programmer art will be gone someday. The tweening still could use some work, but that's fine. Ooh, why is this one missing? What? Excuse me? Player GUI, new hard drive shop, holder frame, scrolling frame. Is it just straight up missing, or container viewport? No, it exists. It's there. Oh, wait. There's nothing in here. Wait, the model is literally nothing. Wait, who deleted the model for the RON disk 128? What? Oh my gosh. Wait, something happened. Your 550 gigabyte SSD. Your 550 gigabyte SSD. I don't know. Some of these sizes are unrealistic. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I guess I could delete this. I guess I could delete the thing. Where is it? Load shop items, item template, click script. I don't need to print the player table every single time anymore. Cool. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like being able to like start thinking about things that make the game fun instead of things that make the game work. um, but yeah, dude, I'm actually excited. This game is super close to being finished, like properly finished. Um, I'm looking forward to what people think about it and like how we can like improve on it. But it is officially 4:01, which is my normal time to stop. And since I'm not on um, save changes, hell yeah, you bet I'm gonna save changes Roblox. Um, since I'm not uh, on Twitch, obviously there's no real way to. I don't think there's a way for on YouTube to like really like host people or like raid people. So I think I'm just gonna just end it off like regularly. But thank you guys so much for watching, especially on YouTube. Like freaking no one cares about live streaming on YouTube except for like you go on Roblox, it's like freaking like all like the top 10 streams are like people who are doing like fake Robux giveaways and they're like 24-hour streams and it's like YouTube isn't going to do anything about it. It's actually just it's a mess. But thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Freaking as always, my name is Mac and Swiss, the most Asian brony on the internet, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.